Hello, and welcome to the live stream. Good evening, Maverick. Butts again, opening up the chat with that lovely word. Thank you very much. We've got JFC in the chat as well. He got off work early today. He's just got home and he's going to have a shower and then hop back into the chat. Oh, great to see you, mate. Not Moriarty, good evening. It looked at me first. Okay. And Murgu, good evening. How are you? So, yeah, this is part 2 of Turnabout 2. Burnsy, good evening. How are you doing? Glad to see you. Yeah, so this is part 2 of Turnabout 2. When we left it, Maya had been, well, not Maya as such, but the spirit of a nurse, a negligent nurse, had possessed the body of Maya and killed Dr. Turner Gray. So, yeah. That was interesting. So we did a little bit of investigative work. We picked up the Magatama from Maya at the detention centre, got it charged up by Pearl, her cousin, and we unlocked the secret of Eenie Mimey, which was her trying to say that she didn't know Dr. Turner Gray when that turned out to be a load of old tosh, because it was her sister who was the spirit, allegedly. Who knows? And then when we closed off the chapter, or when we closed off the part, I should say, we were speaking to the spirit of Mia Fey through Maya. And for some reason, she had secrets deep within her heart. 3 Cyclocks. So, what secret could she be hiding from us, and why would she be hiding a secret from us? Ace Attorney at law. Who knows? Lewd dress. I know, right? Isn't it amazing how when Maya shifts, the cleavage always seems to come out quite dramatically. I mean, praise the animator who animated that. So yeah. But one thing I can guarantee is that she won't be making an appearance tonight, because we're done and dusted with that one. But who knows? Ace Attorney do like to have reoccurring characters every now and again. So, who knows? If you're new here, make yourselves known. I see 7 in the chat according to my YouTube little pop-up thing. I don't have the live chat up in terms of like the actual stream itself, so I don't have that up, so I can't see that, if that's accurate. But yeah, if you're new here, or if you're seeing this for the first time, say hello in the chat, make yourselves known. We're all very, very friendly here. And if you're catching this on the replay, why not subscribe if you're not already? I mean, if you like my true crime stuff, then hopefully you'll like the gaming stuff. It does tend to lean on the side of the crime themed gaming, so we do a lot of that when we do it here. So do stick, do subscribe for that. If you're feeling a bit generous, you can tip me for my streaming abilities. There's a pinned comment at the top. It's not required, but it is very much appreciated. So, all that jazz. And, yeah. So, what should we do? I think, we've got a few people here already. I think there is no time like the present. And I think we should crack on. So, but before we do, Burnsy ate more ice cream. What flavours did you eat? Oh, strawberry. Yummy. Nice. Not Moriarty's got 2 packs of hula hoops, salt and vinegar, and 2 packs of Jesus Christ, mate. You're going to get diabetes. Morning, Uncle TCG and the Watsons, Nico, and people playing for the first time. Hello, Nico. Hello, is this your first time? I'm new here, but I'm also playing Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, so I might not be popping in much. Love the background noise, though. Yes, it's actually the game in the background. Nico, I have played Spirit of Justice, or I am actually playing it. Oh my god, I think that's the one I've got on my tablet. That is one that I will probably end up playing on here as well. Probably end up completing it on here, let's be honest. But yeah, no, I do love that one. I've literally got all of them. And if you are interested, Nico, as I say, essentially the stuff that I'm going to be doing throughout the course of this gaming series is I'm doing the Ace Attorney trilogy at the moment, the first 3. I'll then be working on the DS copies that I've got that aren't yet out as a remaster, although the Apollo Justice trilogy is coming out, I believe it's early next year, I think. So we'll see. But I do have the Miles Edgeworth game as well, and I also have a an English dub of the second one as well. So we will play that here naturally as well as the Ace Attorney series that most recently came out as well. But I'm getting way ahead of myself there. I love it so far. The second case with Trucy is so good. Yeah, in fact, I think that's the one that I'm on at the moment. I haven't yet completed that one, so I've still got quite a way to go on that one. But that is the that one and the two ones that came out not long ago that were based like in the last century. I've still yet to complete them. But yeah. Anyway, I'm yammering too much. Let's crack on, shall we? Let's crack on. And hello, Slim. How you doing? You popping in just to drop a like and have a good one? Yes. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, don't forget to give this stream a like as well. It definitely helps in the algorithms and all that jazz. It's June 21, 9:48 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. What? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean? No. I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, all so he could win. We do remember him, don't we? He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now his successor, I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. It's no good. Mystic Maya! Ellie? You showed up. Thanks for coming out all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they had training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Blimey, that's a lot of work. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yep, I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. I can't... Oh my. If it takes 2 hours by train. Oh man. Hurley, what about the train? Huh? What's a tray-in? Oh look, she spells like you do, not Moriarty. Is it just me or is TCG very loud? I am. Do you know what? It's probably because I've got both my ear... There you go, I've got my headphones in. I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? Yeah, let me see if I can knock that down a little bit. There we go. I've just dropped it down a tad. Oh, hang on a minute. There we go. At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? I do not spell I-L-I-K that. He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. Ah, good. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. It was always back and forth with them, but when your rivals for life... Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I will definitely be sticking around for those. Apollo Justice is my favourite game in the series. I assume this was your first time playing through, but either way, I never get tired of these games. Oh no, yeah, I've played this I've played through this a couple of times, but you're absolutely right. I don't get tired of them. And the great thing is I've got a memory like a sieve, so I do tend to forget quite key moments. So it kind of like is a surprise for me. I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Apollo Justice, not Moriarty. Nick? Oh dear, I wonder what's happened to Miles then. June 21, 10 a.m, District Court, courtroom number 2. See, like, for example, I actually cannot remember what happened to Miles. I genuinely don't remember. Let me just quickly check this mic settings, because I think... Oh no, the filters are on it. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? What is with this kid? Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright? You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? Hold on. So she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma. I am Francisco Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Oh no, she's hot. Revenge. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Ow! I'm talking. If you interrupt again, my VIP will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. Dummy mummy. I beg of you. Ow! Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh no. You know what, right? Somehow I figured that Francisca Von Karma would be chat's favourite prosecutor of this entire series. Just saying. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? I'm just seeing the family show. Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. 10 Minuten. I give the defense 10 Minuten before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in self-defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... Defense's position is kneeling when Mommy Karma is around. Right, hold on a sec, chat. Bearing in mind she started attorneying when she was 13. Okay, she's 18, chat. Okay, you're alright, you're alright. I can't. I'm gonna. This accent is gonna go all over the place tonight. Trust me. She's European, okay? She's European. The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor, because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. How foolish. If that is how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. Witness, your name and occupation. Yes, sir. My name is Dick Dumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Ah! Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. If everyone will please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows, and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in this room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. Come on, Gumshoe, some people pay for that treatment. Be more grateful. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. Ah, and that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? What's that in the chat, not Moriarty? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I've ever presided over. There we go. Floor plans, crime scene. A diagram of the channeling chamber. So, how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time, then. Cause of death. Witness testimony. It was France to Germany, TG. Ah, right, okay. Well, you can get there by road. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Autopsy report added to the court record. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank. The court accepts it into evidence, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Cause of death. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. Right, let's, hold it. The murder weapon? Detective Gumshoe? Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. Oh, okay, the victim. Now, why would he have had... Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints? There were fingerprints? Along with the victims, the defendant, Maya Faze, were also on the grip, sir. Oh, courtroom. Courtroom's chatting. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. Ah. Becoming Romanian man V. Oh no, don't make me do the V voice again. I walk right into the hands there. The shot was fired from point blank range. Point blank, huh? So how about... So about how far away is that? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Chat, you liking that? Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn? When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. Hang on a minute, let me just see what the autopsy said. Was he said he was shot then stabbed? Oh no, okay. This foolish fool from this foolish game, how foolish must you be to play this foolish game, you foolish fool. I see. And whose knife was it? It looks like it belongs to the Faze, sir. And of course, Maya Faze fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? This does not look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'm going to struggle with her voice tonight. We need to establish a voice. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. Karma needs to be spanked, boy. Right, horny bonk. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. I'm working on it, not Moriarty. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. His testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yep, sure as sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly.
Does it matter, then, which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Ugh, what a pain. Okay. Nothing inconsistent there. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well. The court accepts them into evidence. Pistol, murder weapon, was Gray's, 2 shots fired, bears 2 shots fired. Bears Myers and Gray's fingerprints. Knife, murder weapon, a small fruit knife, belongs to the phase, bears Myers' fingerprints.
The date and the time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case.
Naturally.
This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme.
Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there?
That is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes? Even in the face of all of this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not just adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes, oder 10 Minuten.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. Certainly doesn't make sense. Because there's a bullet hole there. Ooh. Yeah, steady on, Mummy Karma. Bit harsh calling out the size of the judge's gavel. My FA will be sentenced to 100 hours clam smacking. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. Okay. Plead justified self-defense or plead not guilty? We're Phoenix Wright, baby. We believe in our client. We believe in our client. We're going to fight till the end. If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined and she'd be labelled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honour, have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defence will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal.
Ow! You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective? Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir.
Now see here, proceedings are run by... Ah! Oh yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony.
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence.
Incriminating evidence, witness testimony. Let's go. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. No, it's not a guy. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Uh-oh. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. There were blood spatters on it. Where's Dexter Morgan? Let's get him to have a look at it. And it's Maya's costume. All right, Mr. Wright. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood spatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse?
Ha! What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer.
Wait, if those are her clothes, that means she's naked. Quick, put some clothes on her.
Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Why have they got Maya's clothes? It's likely evidence, mate. Not noticed all the blood all over it.
Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence.
Alright, let's keep holding it. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier?
You're kind of scary today, you know, pal.
Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court.
Alright, just please stop glaring at me like that.
What blood? I didn't see nothing.
This is the costume the defender was wearing at the time of the crime.
Maya's costume?
Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her.
Maya. She's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else?
As you can see, it's covered in blood.
This blood on the costume.
Lab results show that it is the victim's blood.
The whole court's chatting away. 2 words, Judge. Nuh-uh.
So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence?
Well... If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on.
Ah, yes. Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct. Now even the judge is on her side. But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do? Naturally, we got to press further, haven't we? Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be something about this costume. I just have to look harder. Open heart surgery, didn't know you were meant to put them to sleep. Ha!
Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Ah, looks like my time is up. So, about the costume.
There is one little thing.
Your Honour. Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. Exactly, Mogu.
What? What are you talking about, pal?
Where is this problem you were talking about? I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. There. Take that. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve? There is a tiny hole here. A hole? But that wasn't in the report.
Hold on.
What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder.
Haha, that's a shirt that had boobies on it. Tee-hee. Oh my god. Grow up!
Gunpowder? No one ever told me.
A hole that smells of gunpowder. It looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Way. Your Honour, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole.
Order, order, order! This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else.
Okay, Maya's costume is now updated to say clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. Oh, press the check button for details. There we go.
Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir.
Have you noticed that Francisca does the bicep press? She presses her bicep just like her old man. Watch. Okay, she's doing a seductive pose at the moment. We'll just let her get on with that. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding?
Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds.
Not only regular boobies, Mia's rather large spectral boobies which she possesses Maya.
Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke. Nothing more.
How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police. Just pausing that post for a few minutes, DC. Oh, Jesus Christ. What Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then... No way! Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't?
We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of a struggle, pal.
So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. Ugh, we're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone? Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow. And then I'll have her. Hinky. Right. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look and see what was going on at the time. Right. I mean, can't really. Can I check the autopsy report? No. Maybe the folding screen? No, okay. It's got to be the dress, surely. Maybe I've just got to go back to the dress. Your Honour, that statement contradicts this evidence? It does. I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection denied. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Right, so serious. So clearly we've got to present it here. Maybe it is the dress. Yeah, it's the dress. Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling.
You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, chap. I'm back, says Mr. Jesus Fried Christ. How you doing, mate? You alright? We are good. Then, what may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean?
Huh? What does it mean?
I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back?
You're right.
It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. All right, the wind seems to be shifting. Right, see? Look at, she's doing the pressing, just like her dad does. What is with that "are you finished yet" laugh?
Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Miss Von Karma?
It seems that my affair was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea.
That is correct.
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty.
Yeah. Now that you... Why, that's right.
Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all.
No. Well, yes, that's true. Oh, you got banned again on Twitter.
Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense.
Huh? How so?
Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Huh? You mean By myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Ah! Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
What transpired?
During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it.
The scenario you have put together does make sense.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily.
Please refrain from glaring at me like that.
Time to start up the Not Jesus Christ Twitter account. Now then, your cross-examination, please. What transpired?
During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest.
There was quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. I mean, sorry, hang on, JFC. Mate, Twitter is so inconsistent, or X, or whatever you call it. Like, I know there were some people that were hailing Elon Musk taking over it being the greatest thing since sliced bread, but I mean, to be honest with you, if anything, I think it's a little bit more draconian than what it was previously. Just full disclosure, like, I don't really get opinionated on that place anymore. I just promote my channel, I just promote my content, I will retweet the odd funny meme, but yeah, I mean, it's so easy just to accidentally step over the line, and so I just don't bother. I mean, I'm not really that like political or opinionated these days anyway, but yeah, use it for if you ever do find yourself back on it. My advice is just use it as a way to communicate with friends. Just communicate with friends with it. It's social media at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, that would just be my. The For You tab being the default is so annoying. I just want to see my friend. Exactly, yeah. I mean, I tend to move away from the For You tab, and just go by the normal tab. Do you know what? I've had two Twitter accounts. I had one since like 2000. I want to say 2010, but then no, it might be 2012 actually. Either way, I had it for a long time, and then I got annoyed with Twitter one day, and I was like, right, I'll close it down. And I was gone for about 3-4 months, and I opened up the one that I use nowadays. But I mean, it's easy to get roped into sort of like the toxic crap on there. Anything, it's easy to get like roped into all that toxic stuff. But equally, if you really don't want to have a bad experience on it, then you can sort of curate your own sort of timeline and stuff like that. You can do that sort of stuff. It doesn't all have to be negativity and all that stuff. And I know Twitter is notorious for it, and it is very, very hard to avoid. But you just have to have a strong resolve, I guess. But yeah, I use Twitter just to keep in touch with friends, organise things like streams, get links for like the proper horror show one that we do over there, which is tomorrow, by the way. I still need to watch the movie. Christ. And yeah, so that would be my advice, man. Just use it to get in touch with, connect with the people that you know, and just use it as use it for your own benefit. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry what other people are doing. People are going to do what they want to do. So be it. I can't agree with everything everybody says, otherwise the world will be a very boring place. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Oh, Mima, good evening, you alright? If I ever went on Twitter, I would definitely tap like on the kitty pics. Yeah.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess.
Like, I heard that, surprisingly, Reddit for me has proven to be the less toxic website. Excuse me, because it has the easiest way to set up your own homepage with what you want to see. It's very, very, very true. Yeah, Burns is absolutely right. No mind has ever been changed by the internet. Yeah, absolutely right. I Okay, this might be a controversial opinion. Right, Reddit does get a bad rep by like certain communities, and probably justifiably so in some respects. But I mean, I don't really use Reddit that often, but again, I've curated my own experience, and so you know, the page that I go on, that I do look at, aren't really sort of massively opinionated. Again, it's just mostly like I just mostly look at meme stuff, man. I just go on the internet to entertain myself nowadays. Honestly, JFC, to be fair, man, don't worry about Twitter that badly, man. Don't worry about it. If you're banned, you're banned. If they're not going to have you back on, I mean, you're not missing much. I mean, if you want to stay in touch, I mean, you've got ways to, like, obviously we've got the streams. You have the comment section. You've got if you've got Insta on that, if you want to keep in touch that way. But yeah, Twitter isn't the end of the world, man. What does that say? The most opinionated subreddit I keep up with is r/fondant hate. What is that? What is that? I know people who break down over not having a Twitter account. Yeah, exactly. Just stay on YouTube and Discord. Exactly. Yeah. But just keep in, you know, use it to mainly keep in touch with people that you use. That people you know. Fondant. Oh, I can't play. I didn't know you had Instant Detective. Yes, I do. But again, it's purely just for promotional purposes. It's purely just to promote the channel. So yeah, if you search up that crime guy on Instagram, you'll find it there. Again, there's not really much on there, but it's just mostly like stuff that you'll see on the community page here or on YouTube Shorts or stuff like that. I even have a TikTok, and I hate TikTok, but I use it for promotional purposes. You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix, right? Maya Faye was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Korean channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Korean channeling technique. TCG only uses Twitter to post his recipes for puppies. I get one... Right, okay, right. I do one retweet every single week, right? And it's the We're Just Normal Men... normal men Twitter account, where every week they just post that like meme of that puppet dog going, "We're just normal men," to that girl, and then her doing that laugh. I do that every week religiously. I do retweet that religiously. That's about as dog themed as it gets. Yeah, I don't believe it. Oh yeah, I've already read that bit. Like I said before, perfect. About what you were talking about. I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. I've completely lost track of where I'm at the moment. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. I retweet Flat Frick Friday from the Gators Daily account every week. I've not heard of that one. But if you do think about the blood loss, it was probably hurt. He was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Nah. Literally everyone I want to be in contact with regularly, but I'm not on Twitter. I mean, again, I'm on the Discord. I know you're on Discord too, JFC. I know Harry is too. I don't know about the other people that you mentioned there. Yeah. Sorry. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Yeah. So I mean, again, if everyone that you know is on both Twitter and Discord, my dude, is it really a loss? I mean, can you still like if you don't have an account, can you still go onto the website and go onto the Twitter account or Twitter page, I should say, and like view timelines? Can you still see posts and things like that? Can you still do that? Yeah, proper very occasionally. Yeah, proper horror shows on both. Where in the world did that pistol come from?
It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day.
Wait, what? But a handgun?
He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder.
My JFC account is in read-only mode. Right, okay, so you can still see posts and still interact like that then. You can still view stuff. So I used to read some news from my bookmarks. Actually, I've got a bookmark saved up on Twitter that I need to look into more because that's going to be my next video. Can't like, can't read, speak. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? What was he up to? Murgu, yeah, maybe. But then he would have killed Moya.
The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed.
Yeah, it's not free speech. It's never free speech. Hang on, can I nearly missed to hold it then. So, you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then?
Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired.
Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt.
The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it.
Right, we've got to find. There's got to be a contradiction in here somewhere. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life.
The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it, just by pulling the trigger.
Even me? I wonder. Bows? Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. I think, Murgu, you mentioned the knife. I think... Yeah, it's got Maya's fingerprints on it as well, mate. But there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. So, look, right. Saw a child stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Right. The victim took a shot. Okay, that seems consistent. Hold up. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Doesn't make any... Okay, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. That happened first. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Yeah, when to use the key? That's a good question. Okay, it's 2 shots. I don't know, man. I feel stuck. I feel stuck. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Gunpowder residue around the bullet hole. That doesn't prove anything though, the folding screen. That's actually quite morbid when you read that. Yeah, back to the costume perhaps. Let's do it. Mercury, well done. Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecution's undoing.
Eh? What do you mean?
This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? Boom!
Gunpowder burn?
This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Oh!
But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. Oh my god, that's so true. I was thinking that, and I was assuming that there was gunpowder residue, because he was like, oh, it smells like gunpowder.
This is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean?
It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. Hang on a minute, her objection sounds American. Objection! So is she like, I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away.
Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking.
Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that?
As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that.
Ah!
Oh, she's getting sweaty, lads.
Well then. That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you.
That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. Does it make sense? I'm gonna press ahead and say it doesn't make sense. Mergut, save! There is a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honour.
Fatal? Flaw? Ow! Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation.
They're talking about flaws, fatal flaws. About 8 inches off the floor, perhaps? There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. It's got to be this. It has. Yeah, the folding screen, Nico. Let's go for it. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen.
Ah!
It looks like you already know what I'm talking about.
Who? Where? What?
Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Oh my god, are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. And if you notice, there's no burn mark. Excuse me, it passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground.
Order! Order! This changes everything.
Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. And the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Here? Here? Well, if you... I mean... There? She was standing here, near the folding screen.
Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim?
Nico, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that in a bit.
But why?
You of all people should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she was shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume.
Costume, Mr. Phoenix, right? You...
I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? Oh, my judgy judge, my judgy wudgy. It changes everything. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time?
Squatting all the way by the folding screen.
Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? On further consideration, it does make very little sense.
Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason.
Judgy Wudgy, let's hope the crime wife doesn't hear that. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oh. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the... Oh, she's doing that pose again, lads and ladettes. Blast radius of disaster.
You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me.
Ugh. Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Oh, shoot. JFC, man. Just got a text from one of the guys on the crew I was working today. Apparently one of my fellow traffic control co-workers got hit by a car today in Cochrane. Small town west of here. Oh, I hope he's alright, mate. Whatever happened to that police chief who looked like Julian Clary? Oh, hang on. Are you talking about, Professor, Detective Veekins, we called him. Meekins.
Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? Huh? How is it all my fault? You can start by repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured your punishment will come later. Punishment?
She's taking him to the dungeon, lads.
Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness.
Oh, fingers crossed for you, JFC. Next witness? That's got to be Lotta. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. Whew. To be continued. Perfect time to save, eh, Murgu? Right. We're only an hour in, so let's crack on. I'd go to Francisca's dungeon. I bet it's like something out of 50 Shades of Grey, but, you know, like the inverse. June 21, 11:37 a.m, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Phew. That was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. Not Veekins, he was the bloke in the orange suit who wanted to frame the Woodable prosecutor with the science bod's sister. Oh, that was... Oh, right, yes, I know who you're talking about. Oh, he's gone. He's in prison now. He got done over in that last case. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. 50 Shades of Whip. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Thanks. Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Damon Gant, that's the one. Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sister's ghosts will come after you and haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah, do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Is Lotta... No. Oh, I didn't know that. June 21, 11:43 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. I just held up 3 fingers then. What an idiot. Court will now reconvene. Now, the first order...
No! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a little good boy. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling.
Here we go.
Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing?
Just fine. Ugh.
Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Yowza. Name and occupation. I declare. What in tarnation? Hey, Judge, this here is violence against my fair self.
That's fine.
That's fine? That ain't fine. That's a whip.
I'm sure there is a...
Yeah. There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify.
Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? Pretty sure that's morally questionable for Francisca to be whipping Lotta right now. Just saying.
Holy, the doc and the defender went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then, bang, we hear this gunshot. Mr. Lloyd there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim, and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room.
I feel like that's questionable. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place?
Reckon course.
Hey? Excuse me?
Reckon course. It's short for, you reckon? Of course I did. Yeah. Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court.
The moment of truth. What will be in that picture?
Let's see here. This here's the picture.
Uh-oh. It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room.
And didn't she take 2 pictures?
Lotta's photo added to the court record.
Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me.
Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber.
Was it really only those 2 that went in?
What are you blabbering about? You were there, too, were you not? Ugh. Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the 2 of them?
Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only 2 that went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client. And then Lotta accidentally showed off some salacious photos of herself wearing less than court appropriate.
Anyways, folks, only the 2 of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the beginning, very beginning, didn't you? With this, continue. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear that gunshot.
Went into the room, but were there other people in the room at the time? Was it really a gunshot? Oh, she's objecting again.
Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot?
Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we here why are we here listening to the defense testify? And the world becomes just a little crueler.
I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room.
So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down.
Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happens then?
Yes, Miss Von Karma. I broke the door down. Sorry. Yes! You only heard one gunshot. Why does this feel like an inquisition?
No need for apology.
Oh, just doing no accent.
No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man.
Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign.
And? What did you see once you broke in? Inside was the dead victim and a defendant waving a pistol around.
Turns out courts aren't like Ace Attorney. Big shocker. It's very true. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey?
Sure, I'm sure.
Lotta seems awful confident in her testimony. Hang on a minute. How would she know? Because she would have changed. Let's press harder. Lotta, please think back to that day one more time.
What you getting at?
Remember what you said when we broke into the room? Oh, here we go. I was murdered. Click.
Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya?
When you saw the murderer at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct? Oh, Nico, yes! That's still one of my favourite cross-examinations. And what I love about it is it's based on an actual thing. Actual event.
Well, you see?
Order. Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony.
Yeah, sorry.
Eadwolf, how do you know German? So I don't. I don't, but good evening, Mead. How you doing? Good. I did do it for GCSE, though. I did do it for GCSE, but that was like a lifetime ago. This shifts things back to my side. Yeah. No, so there was a story. I'll briefly cover it. So what happened was there was a man who was murdered. I think got shot twice or something like that. He got shot and was found dead in his home, right? And long story short, when they were doing the investigation, the parrot started basically repeating like his last words, and he basically the parrot incriminated the estranged wife, basically, and so the wife was essentially brought down by the testimony of a parrot because it was repeating the husband's last words. It was used as actual evidence.
For the defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
TCG has GCSE stopped streaming in class. Yeah, it's true. Look it up. I might have got it. Might be. It was all since I last looked at it, but it is a true story.
Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered, one of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct?
Oh my God, Nico! Of course, yes. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh my god! Oh man, I need to go back to. I need to find my 3DS with that game in it, because I made the fatal mistake of downloading that and not getting like a hard copy. Ugh. Yeah, that's right. Bilbo, good evening. Yeah, it was Maya that went in.
It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey.
Exactly. Rats. And I'm trapped like one. Again. Alright, I've got to get ready to go to hospital. Do a favour, Uncle TCG. Keep going for 3 to 4 hours so I'm entertained while they hurt me and none... Oh, bless you, mate. You look after yourself and we'll see. Just full disclosure, I probably won't be going on that long because I've got work tomorrow. I've still got a film to watch. I haven't done my horror homework for Thursday stream. Oh, I'm such a bad guy. And I need to get the stream ready for Friday as well because we're doing the 9.5K special over on the main channel. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am. But that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fay? But there was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark. Almost pitch black. Was there really no one else there? What about... behind the folding screen? Bugger work, TCG, throw a sickie. I would, but my manager knows about my channels. He's probably watching this as well, lurking, waiting for me to slip up. I see you. Let's say behind the folding screen. What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Rick Given. Huh? What in the... Rick Given. You know, you reckon? That's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging around out behind that folding screen.
If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart.
What? Y'all got a problem?
Rick Given, I mean, I am having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying such things...
Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you see a problem with the testimony, or don't you? I do, because the lighting was terrible. Oh, hey, TCG's manager, let him have a sickie. Yeah, let me message him quickly. Hold on. I'm going to message him quickly and tell him what you lost. Just link him here. Right, hold on. You are going into work tomorrow. Yes, I'm going into work tomorrow. Hold on. To message him. I actually, to be fair, oh no, I think he is in tomorrow. Let me turn the volume down on this because it'll probably blow out my own yammery voice. Right, community. Let me pull up the stream. Okay. Share it with him now. Okay. Boss man. There we go. Linked in the stream. Hey man. Chat are asking you a question. To answer. There we go. Just message him. If he pops up, we'll know. That's it. Can I have a day off tomorrow in the chat? Go on. Yeah. In fact, if you can give him a day, give him an excuse. Give him a genuine reason as to why I should have tomorrow off. You fight my case. Yeah. You state my case. You do it for me. Right. Just as I thought, there is nothing wrong with her testimony. TCG is going to get food poisoning from eating tuna fish pizza. I told him to stick with the pineapple. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth.
Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony.
At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey.
I mean, entertaining me is a valid reason, TCG. I do too. If you're listening, boss man, make it happen.
The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant.
What am I going to do? I just let this go.
What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say.
If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? Oh, okay. Shoot. Yeah, save. Definite save job here. Sometimes, if you can't present anything, it's not necessarily the end of the world. Let's have a look. Can I present anything? I might not be able to present anything. Let's have a look at the picture. Okay. Present your feelings. They are more important than the facts anyhow. I did actually slip on a banana peel, Bilbo. Yes, I do need... I needed to... I didn't read that in full. Okay, so... The judge should understand its current year. I don't know. Ooh. Well, hang on a minute. There is evidence. We were hang on. She's standing on the other side. Can I not show that? I don't get it. I mean, she would have been standing there. You reckon it's the key? All right, I've saved it, so let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. It's time to think outside the box. Your Honor, Mr. Wright, it is possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant. What? Do you know what you are proposing? Yeah, that's just plain old fool's talk. Thanks, guys. Your show of support was just great. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show the court some proof. Prove to this court that the person in this photo is not Maya Fey. We'll give it a go. Okay, we've moved away. Okay, here is your proof. Is there a problem? Oh no, I thought I would work on my inflections. Just wondering what an objection with a twist of "you're wrong" sounds like. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I don't follow your logic. No, I can't present the evidence because the evidence hasn't been presented yet. Again, go back to it. How many photos do we have? We've got one. We've got one photo. She took 2 pictures. That's okay, Nico. Don't worry about it. I was going to pick something. I think I have to go with we don't have the evidence because it's not presented yet. Lotto, you took 2 pictures. Where's the second one? And I think it actually might be that. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I don't follow your logic. Shoot, I guess I wasn't showing enough confidence. Give up. Well, Mr. Wright, nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not my affair. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally 100% impossible. Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning will not be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I couldn't protect Maya. Yes, you could! The defense... Hold it! Yes! Phoenix! Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Mia! Boom! And she's in Pearl's body, guys. Just gonna throw that out there. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But pearls! Her clothes are a bit no, stop it! Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go! Deus ex mea, yeah. Oh my god, big time. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray! Click! I was murdered! What? Click! Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. You see? There is one final piece to this puzzle. For legal reasons, I have to confirm that this Mia is not murderable. Mia? Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Pog. Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period. Hold it! Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any other... It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better times than this for you to see that? But, I mean, I have some place I must go after this. All right, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. Witness account, part 2. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Von Karma's case, yeah. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. I ate some pig today, very tasty, because I'm a genius. Oh, nice. Love me some pig. Give me a bit of pork. Give me a bit of bacon. Love me bacon. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. Let's press. So, what did she look like? You know, she looked almost like a different person. A different person? She may have seemed like a different person. However, she was still Maya Fey. We have already made that point abundantly clear. Excuse me. Yes, that is true. Well then, gammon, love me some gammon, yes. Well then, Miss Hart, did you happen to see anything else? I was, kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I bought a large pork joint, 1.5 kilograms for... Ooh. Love me sausages. That's going to get taken out of context. Don't clip that. Then perhaps that body was still not Dr. Gray's... Oh, then perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all. Eh? Well, I reckon that's possible. If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling? Or maybe... No! Foolish fools spouting foolishness. Just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. Another clip for the boss man. No! If that were the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. Oh, hang on a minute, have I got a message from him? Let's have a look. Lol, what's the question? Oh my...
Just right, get in there and read.
There we go. Might be possible.
Okay. If that's the case, then that would mean that my affair was in fact dead. And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it?
TCG boss is here. No, he can't have the day off. Damn it! It was worth a shot. Ugh, sorry, Maya. I can confirm that is him as well. Oh, never mind, guys. We tried. We tried. Never mind. Are y'all done here? Can I continue? I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. And even knowing that, you still persist in being a paranormal photographer. That's why I'm getting out of this here business. This gal's gonna get the dirt on the stars and be a tabloid photographer from now on. She goes through jobs faster than a baby through diapers. I love the writing on this game.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, would it kill you to stay on the topic for a change?
Come on, boss. TCG deserves a sickie. I would like to make this announcement. Someone has recreated the Megas in Armored Core 6. Please post nice in the chat if you know. I don't know. Hello, I am your boss. If I say you can have the day off, some ice cream. He ate too many sausages, though. Have mercy on the poor crime geezer. No lag. No. I better not be lagging. Nothing my end. It's nothing's coming through my end. All seems fine here. Okay, I'm going to carry on. Well, would it, Mr. Wright? Still no to the day. I'll see you at work tomorrow, mate. Nah, never mind. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Oh, it's just you, not Moriarty. Okay. Nice. Tag teamed in stereo. Guess I should be grateful it's not in 5.1. Phew. You can't blame a guy for trying, Joe. You can't blame a guy. You know, it was their idea. But I still managed to point my camera at mine and take a shot. You there you go, message. Good one, mate. 2, right? Two what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Oh yeah, blame chat, won't you? Well, yeah, mate, I've got a job to keep. Miss Hart, where is the other picture you have been withholding? No. You got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Von Karma? Oh, look at that. Like father, like daughter. Like father, like daughter. Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence? Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this. You're as bad as your father. I'm gonna confront her. Actually, what should we do? I'm gonna leave this to you, chat. Hold on. What should we do? What should we do? Confront Von Karma? Leave it to the judge. There we go. I'll let you guys choose. Can you at least insist he uses these voices at work? TCG, do you live in your house? No, I live on the roof. I don't think I can. Oh, I can save it. Well, I will save it either way. Again, I don't think it's one of those things, to be fair, that's going to change the outcome either way. Okay, send the poll and see what you guys have said. That's quite convincing there. Let's confront her. Your Honour, the defence asks that Prosecutor von Karma be held in contempt of court. Well, yes.
Me? In contempt of court? You can't be serious.
But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a schoolchild? I was so angry, I lost my composure. Miss von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court?
I thought this picture was not important, and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all.
How could you think?
The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence.
More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? Excuse me.
If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it.
Lotta's photo 2 added to the court record, a picture taken at the murder scene. It's that picture. Full frontal. What is this picture?
It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur.
I think the more important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. Again, we've established it's probably her spirit channeling, yada yada yada. What is the meaning of this? This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? Right. Well, as the defence, naturally, you should insist. Let's play ignorant. Your Honour, as you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. It's just not her face. Her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Order! 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 Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it! You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor von Karma's face. Uh-oh. She's smiling.
I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Miss von Karma? What do you mean by that?
Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture.
Oh, no! No!
This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright, and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit.
Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person?
She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit.
Arthur Morgan starts asking, yes, I do, Jesus Fry Christ. You want vanilla or chocolate chip? You leave that boy alone, okay? It's unbelievable that she can...
Yet, it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling.
Excuse me.
Miss von Karma, a word if I may. Mia? Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal. But I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place.
What is she...
From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind.
I don't have even a single witty line. It looks like we've been had. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person This person is the defendant, Maya Fey. If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Yes, I can prove it. Yes, I can prove it. I can prove it. I can prove it. Chat, I can prove it. Your Honor? Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. This picture. There is a small but gaping inconsistency. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction? So you think you spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange in the picture? We got to be careful. Oh no! No, I didn't mean to do that! I didn't mean to do that! No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean that. Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to push that button. I'm skipping all that. Pretend that never happened. Right. Hang on. It was the right? It was the right sleeve, wasn't it? That's fine. The contradiction lies here. You don't sound very sure of yourself, Mr. Ah, it's the other sleeve. Okay. All right. Hold on. Don't worry. It's got to be the other one. Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it. I too boo my moments there. And that is exactly what's so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there? Ah! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, I mean, I did press on her boobies the first time. That was unintentional. I have made a serious lapse in judgment, and I apologise to everybody. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. I'm sorry, Maya's picture. Or is it? Probably not. As we're proving right this second, Miss Von Karma. You intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Mia too. Hashtag Mia too. Oh no! I'm being Mia too'd. Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Ah! She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Thank you. Jumping the gun again, I see. Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? And what incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. TCG, I have made a severe and continuously lapse in my judgment. My reactions were raw and real. I see. She's lying through her teeth. I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Francisco von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. Kinky? I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this. One shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Pew, pew! Oh no, fired two off. Your Honor, I'm saving... Oh no, I've still got a bit of life. There is only one logical explanation for the contradiction. Excuse me. Let's go for it. The shooter is someone else. It's got to be someone else. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can only be one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? Phoenix in a blow. No, naughty. Oh, look at that. Eminem lyrics again. Watch out, he might send you a cease and desist, JFC. Heard about that. Order, order, order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Yeah, why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I failed to see how. Please, enlighten us. Hey, witness. What the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, you. You was the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, yeah, no. If you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary. So why don't we say you... I swear, I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there. Honest. You see? Now riddle me this, Phoenix, right? Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Wow, why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. Really making me slow. I've only just realised we should have referred to Joe as that crime boss. TCG, that's his new title. There we go. Okay, I'm going to let him know. You have been ordained by the chat as that crime boss. Where's my... Stop it. There we go. There we go. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on. You can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even me is calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from? And where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true. Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... Oh, okay. Save. Okay. Right. A third person had entered it. Maya had left the room. Well, we're talking about Maya leaving the room. Oh. Let's go with this for now. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove this. Oh? How a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than the detective's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of arrest, the defendant had left her room. I don't think I've got the evidence. Oh my god, man. Oh. Oh my god, right. I think I might have picked the wrong option. Alright, let's go with... Try the key. Let's give it a go. Nico! Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant locked the door herself? Well, the defendant herself locks the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of a kind, that's all. Nice one, Nico, well done. You did say that key would come important at some point. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix, right? Yes? It looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl who's standing right next to me now, who's now taller than me with massive great big bazookas, but that is so morally wrong. It's disgraceful. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. Just double checking. Oh no, it still shows her small. Okay. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. 9! It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss von Karma? How can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case? How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix, right? Has he? Crime has just dropped a case. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Hang on a minute, what day is it today? It's Wednesday. Did he not... Oh, okay. He's left that one a bit late. Unless he dropped one earlier. Phrasing. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. Oh, it looks like an update. Ah, okay. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Whew. June 21, 1:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Wow! That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Nick? I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like what happened in that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you. Oh, I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick. Sorry, Crimey, I'm stuck modding a particularly rough crowd in TCG's chat. Do you think you can take Pearly back home for me? Sure. Oh, right. Who hasn't liked the stream? Do it, do it, do it, do it. All right, pals. You ready to go buy some tickets? Huh? A ticket? Poor thing. So sheltered. Von Karma was sentenced to 10 hours spanking after forging evidence and threatening witnesses, which she thoroughly enjoyed. Oh, and to be continued. There we go, guys. Right, so I think that is as good a place to leave it for now. So we'll call it that. Now, next couple of days are going to be quite busy, so the next stream probably won't be until this Saturday, because tomorrow night we are over on Proper Horror Show's channel, discussing I think it's called the Black Coat's Daughter's Black Coat or something like that. Oh my god, what's the name of the film? The Black Coat's Daughter or something. I need to go watch that. Yes, I do need to go and watch it. I have got it. Excuse me. Actually, while I do that, so yeah, we're over on Proper Horror Show's channel. I believe there is a link in the description to her channel. Black Coat's Daughter, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to be covering that tomorrow, doing a review of that film. If you like horror themed content, horror movies, that sort of jazz, Proper Horror Show is the place to go. She does horror reviews. We do weekly streams over there, and tomorrow we'll be there. Friday night, I am pleased to announce that we will be bringing back Freaking Florida Man Friday for a one-off special over on the main channel to celebrate the fact that we are at 9,500 plus subscribers and we are fast approaching the big 10k. So 5 Florida Man articles. I'm hoping to have 5 guests, or 4 guests plus myself, but we do have Murgoot, Proper Horror Show, and Denzel Jones confirmed. The gang will be there to help me read through some articles and react to in real time, and and then we will pick this back up again from Saturday. So guys, thank you ever so much for tuning in, and if you made it to the end while still watching on the replay, thank you ever so much as well. Do not forget to do all of the obligatory bits, liking the video / stream, subscribing to the channel, and share this content around with people that you might think would be interested into true gaming related content of the crime variety. And of course, check out my main channel as well for everything true crime related. Mr. Gently Benevolent, I'm going to let you have a rest now after your meds. Mima, I'm going to let you get on to Crimey's channel so that you can go and check out his update video. Everybody else, thank you ever so much for sticking around. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you back here on Saturday, but do catch me on the lives over on Horror Show Thursday and over on my main channel on Friday. So until next time, take care and goodbye for now.